Hello, welcome to my game dev live stream. This is live stream number 58. Today we're going to work on weapon attacks. Specifically, we're going to work on player can swing weapon in both directions and player can damage things. I'm going to save that one. This one's sort of distinct, but already in progress technically. I've already got it where I can trigger an animation, but it doesn't do it on a click or anything, so I want to get that working. So over here in system we have scripts, gameplay, got things like control mapping and input mapping, player actions. Let's open up all of these. Okay, we're gonna do a new mapping here, public key code, main attack. Okay, and then we're gonna have this be a game event. Public game event, player pressed main attack. Private void. This will basically just be if input.get key down hi Ruby. Mapping dot main attack. I wonder if the mouse works for the keys. I'm not so sure. We'll try. Player pressed main attack dot raise. Got our player control mapping here. Gonna do oh, here we go. We do have mouse here. Mouse. Gotta figure out what all those mouse numbers are. Unity mouse numbers. Sorry, that was really loud. Okay, so mouse 0 This will be mouse 0. You can see what the other ones are. Got mouse 1. Oh, it has a simple thing here. Left, right, middle, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th mouse button. Crazy. So we're going to hook this one up to mouse. There, I'll do mouse 0. And then over here in characters, scriptable data input, we'll have a game event. Hi, I'm W2 Melvin's dad. Thanks for joining. Happy Friday. Let's see. I think that this should be a lockable event. I think that it should be unlocked when I think it should be unlocked when you start the game, and then like a certain amount of time after you've attacked. So you attack once, it relocks, and then you have to wait like a quarter of a second before you can attack again. So let's call this player main attack. And we'll add a game event listener to the prefab. This is going to listen to the player main attack event, and as a response it will do animator dot set trigger. We'll give it the name, and this will be just player attack. That's the name of the that should be the name of the trigger. Yep, player attack. So now I want to make a script that will unlock the script that can unlock a game event. So we have our lockable game event already. What other scripts we have that are related to events? We have delayed event invoker. This lets you start a timer and it will call an event sometime after that. A script that unlocks an event based off a trigger, a script that invokes an event based off a trigger. Yeah, I think what I'm talking about is unique still. All of these, like delayed event invoker, trigger, event invoker, these guys probably all belong under system/events. Anyways, let's create a new script here. This will be timed event unlocker. A public reference to a lockable game event. Have a float timer length and then a boolean that says start unlocked have a private void function that says unlock after delay a public void start timer. And this will just do a start coroutine unlock after delay. Great. Hi, Ruby. Ruby, you gonna come on camera? We'll see. She might come over here yet. Whoa. Oh, thank you. Whoa. Oh. Nice. Hello, Drew Loves Pinky. Thanks for joining. Thanks for saying hi to Ruby. Ruby says hello back. Ferocious. She's so excited. Okay, I moved the game event listener to the weapon. I think that makes a bit more sense than having it up here, so I'm going to remove it. Whoa. Right, timed event unlocker. It's interesting it doesn't have the fields on here yet. It seems that the public fields aren't showing up in the script. That's kind of weird. Not familiar with that happening. There's no build error. So let's look up Unity monobehavior fields. Well, it does look like Drewless Pinky says that my background looks like the Ukrainian flag, and in fact it does, and that's intentional because it says support Ukraine now down here at the bottom. Click here to learn ways to support Ukraine. Sunflower is the national flower of Ukraine. The more you know. Unity monobehavior public fields not showing. Well, just try serialize field. If nothing else, this will get it to rebuild. Okay, sure. Okay, so we can attack every quarter of a second. And it starts unlocked. Ruby says no. I don't want to do what you want me to. You want to play tug? She's fine on her own. Alright, so let's try this out now. We've got the inputs hooked up, and it should trigger this when we click. Oh no, something's not right. Null reference exception in the input system. Oh, because I need to put that event on here. Oh, that was one other thing I forgot to hook up. So on the main attack, we need to call this thing here. Timed event unlocker dot start timer. Okay. So it was allowing us to attack once, but it never... It never reset. See, I can click it as much as I want, but it only does it every quarter of a second. Cool. One thing I am not particularly fond of is how it'll wait to transition. So I think when we're transitioning to player attack, we need to maybe we undo the has exit time. The attack also seems a little slow. Let me speed it up. We'll do 1.5. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I want to make the reach a little bit further. I'm going to click the record button. I'm going to grab the weapon. Maybe the weapon position. I'll change this to 0.65. Seems like a full reach there. Drag this keyframe, this one, and this one out. Let's try that now. Okay, that seems fine. Okay, the attack seems a little too fast now. Let's try 1.3 speed. It's probably the last thing I want to mess with here. Cool, I like the look of that. Still don't really know why I had to use the serialized field, but I'm gonna just move on. So a player can swing weapon in both directions, done. Now we gotta get it to the point where the weapon can actually damage things. So the weapon has this box collider on it. And we've got this damaging collider script on it. And we can enable and disable the damage. I think simultaneously we have to kind of start work on this next one, an enemy that I can attack and can hurt me. At least something that I can attack, in order to know that it's actually doing damage. We need to do that. So let's do right click, create empty. We'll call this fire imp. Put in there. Give it a sprite renderer. Give it the fire imp. Bye, W2 Melvinstad. Thanks for joining. Ruby says bye as well. Gonna put a box collider 2D on this. Gonna put it like that so it's around where the character is, or where the fire imp is. Okay, and then we're gonna add a damageable script to this. And now back in characters, we're gonna need some new scriptable data. So I'm gonna create a folder here for fire imp. Fire imp already has defense data and some damage data, so I'm gonna put those things into that folder. Need to do characters health data. It's gonna be fire imp health data. And then we'll give it the associated health and defense data here. Okay, now I think already if we start, the fire amp will just kind of hang out there. But if we move over towards where he's at, And we have this spear tip collide with him. Make sure I have the box collider on so we can see where they're at. Oh, and then we have to make sure to... Hello, Sovereign Drake. Thanks for joining. Ruby is currently drinking some water, but she'll be back on the camera shortly. So we need to make sure to have the Fire Imp health data have something meaningful so that when it takes damage, it will actually go off of that. So we can, let's just say its max health will be 25. Also gonna need a death event and a health changed event that can get fired when the health changes or when it dies. So I'm gonna do create basic event, say Fire Imp death event. There's Ruby. And Fire Imp health update. Death events can be quite grave, Sovereign Drake says. I imagine they can be. I've never experienced a death event. Whoa. Hey, Ruby. Is wet. Say hi to the camera. Not playing your games. Okay. Current health is still 0, so I'm going to do revive character. Well, they're not dead, so it doesn't work. Let me check that. Then I do revive character. Now they're back up to full health. I think we also already configured the defense data so that the Fire Imp has a damage threshold of 2. And he's resistant to heat damage. And then we have the information for the spear. It does melee damage and is somewhere between 17 and 19 damage. So we should be able to see when we go do a collision that it works as expected. Because the weapon has a damaging collider script on it. It's already enabled. And the Fire Imp has a damageable script and a box collider script. So that all should work as well. We can do a little test here. So if we set up a test damage characteristics of 17 to 19, matching what the player is in a melee damage type, and click take damage, and then we go look at the Fire Imp health data, we can see that their current health is set to 9. So I'll just heal them back up to max and call that good, and then we can go try it with the game running. Oh, I don't actually know if that collided when I clicked. Let's see. Let's look at the health data. No, I don't think it did. Okay. So that's not working because the weapon damaging collider or the spear damage data. Spear damage data says what to hit. It can hurt player and monsters. And then the fire imp is not yet a monster. So if I go and click that now it should potentially work. Still not 100% certain, but I don't see any other reason why it wouldn't work at this point. Okay, so that collided. Let's see. Fire Imp, health data. Whoa, Fire Imp now has 10 health. Oh my god, it worked. If I click again, it doesn't work again because the damaging collider says damage once, and it only clears that list of things it's already hurt when you click disable. So if I click enable again and I attack again, now I can see the Fire Imp health data is at 0. He's dead. Is dead is true. Of course he still shows up here because we haven't set anything up to do that yet. But that's pretty good. It's a pretty good start. Now how do we get it so that when you attack with the weapon it will enable and disable this damaging collider? That's the problem. Because otherwise we can just walk around and stab our spear into things by walking. Also, the player can't just like walk through the Fire Imp. That's pretty interesting. Can stand on top of them as well. I've got some trees too. So I'm going to hook this up to the animation. We've got our dynamic character and we've got our attack animation. And I learned about this thing. So here's the apex of the attack. At no point along the attack curve is it any further out than here. Let's go back to here. And I'm going to do this thing, add event. Position is currently 0.418. Let's get one that's roughly similar. Let's just do this one. No, let's do this one. Add in another event there. And now I can click on these events and do a function. Got lots of potential functions here. Got jump response, fixed update, control X, face right, face left, move X, check ground, ground, unground, on enable, on disable, on event raised, do respawn, and take damage. But we don't have any of the functions from down here. Ruby's munching on ice cubes.
Give me an ice cube. Ice cube. Ice cube over here. This one. This one. That. Give me an ice cube. Give me an ice cube.
She'll come for those ones when she finishes her current one. What is that?
What is that?
It was something green. What is that? What do you have in your mouth? So you can only call certain kinds of functions from the animation event. And it looks like it doesn't let you call functions from child events. So I'd like to make a script that lets you do that. And this will be under System, Scripts, Gameplay, I guess. Whoa. So this script will be something like animation event proxy. I don't know. Hey, stay away from that. Do public Unity event. No, not Unity event queue system. Public void trigger event. Maybe something more recognizable. Trigger animation proxy event. We'll just do event dot invoke. Pretty simple little script here. But the Unity event is a lot more flexible than the animation event. Nice. So let's add that to the dynamic player. Do animation event proxy script. Again, we're having an issue where we can't see the fields. That's frustrating. Ruby's had enough showtime for tonight. Okay. Well, now it's shown up when we did serialize field, so oh well. We'll put the weapon into there, and then we'll call damaging collider. Enable damaging. Ooh, can I add more than one of these? Alrighty. Gonna make 2 events. Otherwise I have no way of triggering 2 separate events. So for the first one, choose the weapon. Weapon as the object, and then we'll do damaging collider dot enable damaging. Damaging collider dot disable damaging. And now I need to call these from my animation. And then we'll start with the box collider disabled. So you see we've got the box collider on the imp, got the capsule on the player, but no box on the spear. And then when we click just for a split second there, you can see that the box lights up. The imp is currently dead, so I'm going to revive it. It comes back up to full health. And now let's go see if we can get our attack to hurt it. Bang, it's dead. Nice. But when we walk into it just like that, let me revive it again. Prove my point here. When we just walk into it, it doesn't actually hurt it. Until the tip of the spear hits it while you're clicking to attack. So that's pretty cool. So I say weapon can damage things is done. now I'm looking pretty good. I'm below my curve. And I'll have a bit more time tomorrow. I found out that the burn down chart counts the points on the feature. So, like, really there's 13 left. If we look at this, that's 13. That's an interesting choice. I don't know. I think this burn down chart basically represents the stories you have left to do usually. Oh well. So this one's already in progress. And now it would be cool if the enemy can jump to dodge attacks, and also if the enemy can hurt me some way. That will be the challenge tomorrow. Will be to make the enemy capable of attacking back. I'm gonna save the imp as a prefab. Just gonna put that into here, and now I've got a fire imp prefab. Sovereign Drake. Thanks for joining, Sovereign Drake. I don't know if you're still there or not, but appreciate you joining. Let's note some accomplishments. Got a lot of action on the Ruby cam. Made a fire imp prefab and associated scriptable data. Enable and disable spear damager based on animation events. Made script to help with animation event raising. Attack triggers based on left mouse button click. cannot attack more than every 0.25 seconds. Next time, imp returns fire. So, thank you for joining. I hope that you found this interesting. If you want to see more, I've got a YouTube channel, and if you're watching this on YouTube channel, you can come and join live stream on Twitch and comment and ask questions, follow along, say whatever you want during the stream. Interesting ways to interact. I'm pretty happy with my progress. I think we're really on track for the basic attacks. The tricky part's probably going to be getting the imp to fire back. I'm probably going to have to draw a new fireball type. A new fireball sprite. And then make a little bullet that they can shoot. Or I can just make it that when you collide with the box that it will damage you when you collide with it. I don't know for sure. Might be easier to do that just as a simple, like, okay. Now he's attacking. There was a long delay there. Alright, I think that's all for tonight. Signing off. Thank you for watching. As always, have a nice night. Bye.